What's the list for, Joel?
Oh, this? It's a list of all the stuff I want to do this summer. Can't waste all this free time we have on summer break.
I guess not. Is listening to Kids Corner on that list?
I think I can squeeze it in on here somewhere. Looks like I have an opening right about now.
Last time on Zeta Team, Defenders of Freedom, our heroes have been sucked into a fourth dimension. What is this place? How did they get here? And most importantly, how are they getting home?
Whoa, what is this place? How did we get here? How are we going to get home?
I don't know, but I think there's an echo in here.
Well, it had better not show its face, or it will get a nose full of justice.
Oh, rise and shine, my new stars. The show is about to start, and you haven't even gotten to makeup yet.
Who are you? Are you the formidable Echo?
What do you want with us?
So many questions in so little time. I'm not whoever you said before. I'm the producer of the greatest entertainment network of all time, and out of all Zetaverse, my talent scouts found you. I just had to have you as part of my show. The rates are reasonable, if the ratings are off the charts, that is.
I don't think you understand. We're the Zeta Team. We fight supervillains and uphold the ideals of freedom and justice.
Oh, honey, you don't have to convince me of your talents. Save it for the show. Remember, I expect only the best.
You can't do this to us. Let us out.
I can, and I don't think so. Let me know if the costumes need to be altered. We're going live in mere seconds.
Hey, come back.
Looks like we're stuck doing whatever this weirdo wants us to.
Something about a show? Like maybe some sort of streaming special?
Maybe. I don't know. We've got to get out of here, but something tells me in the meantime we should just play along and look for our best opportunity to escape.
Sounds good. Wait, what's that sound?
What sound?
You don't hear it?
It's showtime!
Good morning, Ivy. You the only one here today?
So far, up to anything new, Mr. Jacobs?
Not really. Just looking over the bills for the month. How about you? Looks like you're writing notes for something.
Yeah, I was writing down ideas for some videos.
Videos, huh? Like for the internet or something?
Yeah, there are a lot of cool people out there with fun shows, and I figured, why not me?
Fair enough. What kind of videos were you thinking of making?
That's the thing. I can't decide. Do I want to do funny sketches, or maybe reaction videos for movies I've never seen? I could do makeup tutorials, or maybe prank videos. I kind of like the idea of a reality show where contestants have to get out. Would you like to be a part of a brand new show, Mr. Jacobs?
I'd have to see a proof of concept before I volunteer my talents. Besides, it sounds like you have a lot of other options to consider.
Yeah, too many.
So this is the garage.
Okay, not sure what I was expecting, but yeah, it's a garage. With a couple of couches, an old-style radio.
Hi, Destin.
Oh, hey, Mr. Jacobs. This is Levi.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Jacobs.
Likewise, Levi.
Destin said that your garage was the place to spend a Saturday morning, so I thought I'd come see for myself.
Glad you did. I'm sure the kids can point out the highlights.
Yeah, so this is where we usually hang out. And this workbench and computer desk is where we do a lot of our projects and record the drama scripts.
Are those the scripts you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, do you think we'll be reading any of those today, Mr. Jacobs?
You never know.
Anyway, there's books and comics on the shelf over there. There are a few games and toys to play with in that cupboard. And then, of course, there's the radio.
Radio?
Sure, let me start it up. So, what do you think of the garage, Levi?
I like it so far. The radio programs are fun, and the couch is comfortable. But I'm not sure what makes it any different than my dad's garage.
Your dad has couches in his garage?
No, but it's got shelves and old tools and a workbench. You know, like any other garage.
I mean, sure, but unlike any other garage, there's always something happening here.
Speaking of which, Ivy was talking about doing something pretty interesting before you got here.
I was? Oh, right, I was. So, Destin, Levi, I was thinking of starting a project. It's like a show.
A show? Like a game show?
Exactly. You guys don't have anything else going on for the rest of the summer.
Whoa, the rest of the summer? How big is this project?
That's the beauty of it, Destin. It could be the start of something huge.
Okay, so if we were to agree to help, which, to be clear, hasn't happened yet, what do we get out of it?
I mean, besides getting an opportunity of a lifetime, not to mention work experience, I think that should be plenty.
I don't know. Giving up a whole summer for opportunity doesn't sound like a good trade to me.
Yeah, no deal.
I'm going to have to side with the boys on this one, Ivy.
Come on, Mr. Jacobs. Don't you want my show to be a success?
I only wish you the best in whatever you do. But Destin and Levi seem to understand that they need to be very careful with how they use their time and availability.
Yeah, what he said.
But it's summer. You don't have anything else going on. You're free to do whatever you want. You might as well be doing something fun. And what's wrong with helping out a friend?
How do we know that it's going to be fun? You haven't told anything about it, except it's a game show.
Well, I haven't figured that out quite yet, but trust me, it's going to be great.
Right.
What does the Bible have to say about this, Mr. Jacobs?
I don't think they had game shows back in the Bible times, Destin.
No, but the Bible does say a lot about being wise with our freedom. And I might have a script about that. I'll be right back.
Yeah, perfect.
Am I missing something?
Nah, just start up the radio.
And now, from the garage of Lionel Jacobs comes the delightful drama, The Wild Stallion, an adapted biblical proverb about freedom. Once upon a time in the plains above the Badlands, there lived a mottled stallion.
That means I have a spotted coat. That's why my mother names me Night Sky.
I thought it suited him well.
Every day, Night Sky and the rest of the wild horses ran together across the plains, playing tag with the breeze and frolicking in the grass.
It's a good life we have here on the plains. Never take it for granted, my son.
I won't, Mother.
One day, as Night Sky was exploring the southern hills, he happened upon a man pulling a cart behind him.
Hello, who are you?
Oh, hello there, my fine horse. I'm Thaddeus McGinty, seller of bric-a-brac and other odds and ends. You wouldn't happen to need any bric-a-brac, would you?
Can't say I do. I'm just a horse.
And a fine one at that. Say now, you're a sturdy stallion. I could use a steed of your caliber to pull my cart.
I don't know about that. I'm a wild horse. I run free in the grass, playing tag with the breeze. It's a thing.
Very well. How about we make a deal? I'll let you pull my cart, and then I'll give you some of my best feed corn.
Night Sky thought about this proposal. The man seemed nice enough, and though he would be able to find feed corn in the plains, if this man had some right now, what was the harm?
Okay, I'll do it.
Wonderful.
And true to their words, Night Sky pulled the cart to the man's house, and the man gave him a generous pile of feed corn. After that, he thanked the man and returned home.
Oh, you're back. You missed frolicking in the grass.
Oh no, I totally forgot. I was too busy working.
Working? A wild horse? Working?
It wasn't that bad, Mom. A man gave me some feed corn, and in exchange, I helped him pull his cart.
I see. Well, that's a fair trade, I suppose.
A few days later, Thaddeus called to Night Sky.
Hello, friend. I have a business proposition for you. You were so good at pulling my cart the other day, I was wondering if you'd be interested in pulling my wagon every day. You'd be paid handsomely, I assure you. Sweet corn by the bushel.
Night Sky considered this offer. He would miss being able to frolic in the grass and playing tag with the breeze. But the sweet corn was good, and he didn't mind helping where he could, so he nodded.
Wonderful. Let's get started.
And so it was. Thaddeus's business boomed, and since he had a fine stallion to pull his cart, he was able to sell much more bric-a-brac than before, which meant pulling the cart got a little harder.
Sorry about that, my friend. Here's extra corn for you. I really do appreciate your hard work. Thanks for your efforts. I'm finally able to take my stock into the big city.
I've never been to the city before. How exciting.
Yes, I thought of that. That's why I got you this bit.
spit?
Let me show you. We just pop it in your mouth like so, and then with these reins, I can turn you in the way I need you to go. This way you won't get lost.
I'm not sure I like this.
Weeks went by and the loads got heavier, the trips got longer, and the corn, though just as sweet as ever, didn't satisfy. Night Sky looked out from the window of his stall and saw the plains in the sunset. He even thought he heard the sound of his mother calling.
Night Sky, come home.
He turned away from the window sadly. This isn't the life he wanted. He wasn't a tame horse. He was a wild horse, and he was meant to be free. It was in that moment he realized
I don't belong here.
he ran into the corral, charged the fence, and leapt with all his might over the gate and back out to the plains to live free.
Well, looks like I'm gonna have to find another horse. Good luck out there, buddy.
The moral is, we were created to be free by God. Though the world makes promises and guarantees, what it has to offer is captivity in exchange for things that pass away over time. It's not wrong to enjoy good things, but God warns us to be careful that we don't exchange our freedom in Him for the chains of this world.
Mr. Jacobs, I have a couple questions, if that's okay.
Absolutely, Levi. How can I help?
At the end of the drama script, about the wild horse, you said that God made us to be free. And I've heard that a lot in church before, but after hearing it today, I realized I don't actually know what it means.
It is a thing we say in church without really explaining. And though I don't think I know the most accurate way to explain it, I'll give it my best shot.
That's all we've come to expect.
Thanks, Dustin. The first example I had in mind is that God doesn't want us to trap ourselves with promises and deals. A lot of the time, they can't be avoided. Kind of like these bills that I'm paying.
Bills or promises?
That's right. This electric bill says that I have promised to repay the electric company for the electricity that I use. Obviously, God doesn't have a problem with that kind of deal, but in passages like Proverbs 6, He warns us that we should pay our debts as soon as we possibly can, because in the meantime, we are held captive by our words and the ones we owe.
Okay, that makes sense. But you said there were other explanations?
I've got a couple other thoughts on the subject. For instance, before Jesus came to earth, if we wanted to be close to God, we would need to follow what the Bible calls the law. In other words, we would need to do everything exactly as God told Moses back in the first few books of the Bible.
But Jesus changed all that.
Right. In Romans 8, it explains that because no one was able to keep all the law perfectly, God sent His Son to do it for us. And by doing that, we are no longer slaves trying to make God happy with us. Instead, we're free to come to Him and follow His law because we love Him.
Cool. I think I understand that a little better now.
It's not always the easiest thing to understand. And even in the Bible, we read about how some people in the early church thought that following the law was what saved you. But like it says in Galatians 3, Jesus has freed us from that way of living, and the law cannot save us.
I'll have to think about that some more.
Me too. Is there any other way we are free, Mr. Jacobs?
Well, Levi, the last thought I have right now is that when we believe and follow Jesus, we are set free from the power of everything wrong we've ever done. Chapters like 2 Corinthians 5 and Romans 6 and 8 talk about how when we believe in Jesus, we're not only forgiven, but changed. No longer slaves to the sins that once held us and the guilt that once made us unworthy to be God's children.
Wow, that's pretty heavy.
Yeah, I see why you like it here, Dustin. You can learn a lot from talking with Mr. Jacobs.
Well, I do what I can.
Yeah. So, guys, what if we just made a video together? You don't have to commit to doing it all summer. I just want to have fun with friends making something fun to share.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, why didn't you start there?
Great. Let's go to the park. I had a few ideas that we could do there.
Lead on, director.
I guess we're leaving now, Mr. Jacobs. Thanks again for talking. I look forward to talking again soon.
Same here, Levi. Would you do me a favor before you head out?
Me? Sure.
Want to turn off the radio on your way out?
Oh, yeah, no problem.